Um, hey, if you clicked on this video, then you're pretty not aware about the hatred going around the movie Cast 2 since its release. Because you know why? Because oh, don't worry if you don't know, just let me tell you guys. Cast was known as the worst Pixar and Cars franchise movie. So the story started a day before or a week before the release of Disney Cast 2, when Rotten Tomatoes and other critics were like worst Pixar movie because the story is no more about Radiator Spring. It's uh, it's not about McQueen. It's more about McQueen's best friend. Yes, Mater. Now when I've told you the background story, which means time for the intro. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Mr.entertaine guy, the guy who had entertained masalas, so-called masalas, and everything. Masalas are known as Indian spices. That's why I love calling it masalas. So jokes apart, people say the cast is bad because it focuses on Mater. But what I think, why not Mater should be the main character? Why not? At least for one movie, to be honest, the plot wasn't that bad. It could have been perfect if some mistakes were avoided. But what people showcase about Cars is completely wrong, and their opinion, I respect, but their opinion, in my opinion, is shit. Yes, they are. And that's no doubt. Cars doesn't mean only McQueen or Route 66. Route 66 was only the plot for first Cars. Now the universe is expanding. Different characters should have plot. Did anyone say that Cars is bad because they stole the series from McQueen? They had two characters involved, but different. Did anyone say no, no? Then why they are complaining on Cars too? For example, let's take Star Wars. It isn't about Skywalker's saga. It's telling the stories about Skywalker, but the main ideology remains that there are some wars in the stars in a galaxy far, far away. Now it's our choice. Make those who are what Clone Wars are, or what Rebels are, or Resistance are. The wars on stars are for rebels, or are for resistance, or are for Clone Wars. The point is clear that that after nee, sorry, I mean Mater should be the main character, and in Cast so clearly Mater wasn't the main character. Yes, and yes, and people said he was the main character, he was the main character, he was the main character, he was never the main character. They explored the world but showed how a simple person has been stuck in a big conflict throughout the globe. The spy stuff is cool. Do humans only do gossips and kitty parties? They do other stuff also now. They run economy and government. When the cars is same representation of humans, then why not explore all the fields of cars like spy, racing, gossip, marketing, friendship, and many more? The mistake in cars too, which should have been avoided, are plenty. But the things which are right now considered to be mistakes are not, and by mistakenly everyone believes them as mistakes. I strongly disagree with them because I don't count it as a mistake because the plot required more screen time. Oh wait, I just messed up one line. Okay, I will start again. This is entertaining, guy. The mistakes again, restarting. The mistakes in Cars should have been avoided are plenty in Cars too. But the thing is, which are right are being considered to be mistakes, and some are very good for the plot, but still considered to be mistakes. So I strongly disagree with those mistakes. So the mistakes are following. Number one, which was about the less interaction with the Radiator Spring people. I don't count it as a mistake because the plot required more screen time for the new characters. God only knows what that all the new characters which were debuted in the cast too had better future plans. But dude, due to the hatred of all of this, they were thrown out of the bin. The point is, Sheriff can't leave the town and come with McQueen. Similarly, a policeman in a sportsman movie won't come with his uh, best friend sportsman to his matches because he has to take care of his duty. That's the point. They had less radio springtime because first of all Doc was dead. Like Doc, they showed Doc was dead, so they didn't have time to explain all that. And second thing, Radiator Spring has been explored. Kids wouldn't want like to explore Radiator Spring again. They would like to explore spy stuff and all. I prefer them because they like fighting minions. And then the second thing was the all in all plan. It did make sense, but if you look at other human scams which have happened throughout the history, like the lion scam was a reference to the absence whoever they have been more thriller, but whatever written. At last, the main point. Spy stuff was boring and there was no emotions in a Pixar movie. And by emotion, I mean there was no moral, a good moral. So let's come point by point. So spy stuff was boring. How is that boring? And they can explain different disguised characters. They can explain how people are changing faces like Dawn 2 and Dawn 1 because the main targeted audience are kids. Animated movies are made for kids to enjoy who don't like to watch real life movies so they can enjoy the spy stuff and the action and all, but which is in a friendly way. Means they didn't want any PG-13 rating or 18 plus rating. That's why they did. And Cast 2 was very dark for the kids. If you compare Cast 1, like the killing counts in Cast, the oil ring scene, and also being no emotions, I strongly disagree. There were so many emotions. Cast 1 explored about how a rude person turned into good, and now second was about a friendship, how friendship talks, how friendship is so nice. You shouldn't change your friend. That's what Cast 2 wants to convey. Your friend may be dumb or he will be very bad in studies or whatever. You need to accept your friend because he's your best friend. You don't need to change him. And also, at last, what I say, I really enjoyed the action in Toy Story 2 and Madagascar 3. Then why not we all can agree that Cast 2 is a nice movie, action wise. Spy stuff is very good. The main point was good. The main thriller scene, suspense scene, when Miles Axelrod was the main culprit. But it would have been better if they would have used more thriller, but same again. Kids won't understand. So even when I was 6 years old, like till that time I have watched more than 200 times. I never understood why, how, like, I never understood the logic of Miles Axelrod. Then I watched it again when I was 7 years old. Then I understood. See, the main target audience didn't understand also. So yes, I agree. I may be biased with this movie because this movie is nostalgia for me, my childhood for me. I love watching Cars, but I hate when people say Cars 2 is bad. And also, I have spoken. Cast is the worst movie. Bye, guys. See you soon.